Hey SB fam, carnivores, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. I hope you all are having a gorgeous meat-fueled day. As always, drop a comment down below and update me on how you all are doing on your carnivore journeys. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram for even more carnivore content, easy and simple recipes, and to just follow along my daily carnivore journey and meals. So today's video, I'm going to share with you everything that I eat and drink in a day. When I'm home in Los Angeles, I take full advantage of my easy access to raw dairy. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know and see in my stories every single day my incorporation of raw dairy in my daily meals, daily life, daily beverages. So I'm going to share with you guys all of the raw dairy products that I've been eating, drinking, and loving lately. I will also share what I cook for Tommy, my baby brother. He just turned 14 years old. So today I'm going to be cooking him dinner. I'm going to be cooking myself an OMAD, and I am going to go all out today. Whenever I crave for a treat day or something special, it usually involves cheese. So obviously there's going to be a lot of cheese in tonight's meals, raw dairy. So I'm going to have my usual raw kefir. It also involves a lot of variety in meats. So it's going to be like a carnivore treat day feast. I have been hard at work all of this week preparing my 30-day carnivore challenge. Usually this time of the month, I am working extra hard, really making sure that all of my new members who join my community are helped, prepared for the new month and for kickoff day. When my days are busier, I tend to just want to unwind, kick up my feet at the end of the day, enjoy some delicious carnivore food, and watch my favorite Netflix show. Currently, it's between Ozark, Queen of the South, and Workin' Moms. All three of these shows, I kind of like alternate depending on my mood of the day. Let's get cooking. I'm actually going to insert some footage now of me shopping for today's ingredients and for today's supplies. All right, so I'm at Sprouts. I also go to Bristol Farms for all of my raw dairy needs, but here is some raw cheddar from Organic Valley that we will be playing with, and I'm taking you guys to the dairy section just to show you guys their amazing selection of raw dairy. The brand is Raw Farm, and they have the absolute best raw dairy products. As you can see, they have many different flavors of their raw kefir, but I always go for their plain original raw kefir. Their goat raw kefir does have quite a stinky aftertaste, whereas their cow raw kefir is just pure goodness, super delicious, great flavor. The raw milk and the raw cream I don't really have because there's just way too much sugar in it, and it can cause triggers for me to want actual sweet foods. Here is their raw butter selection. They usually have both unsalted and salted. I just go with unsalted. And then I found an amazing deal in their meat section. Their beef flanken style short ribs were on sale for $8.99 a pound, so I snatched 2 packets. Okay, so here are all of the ingredients I am going to cook and play with for today's meal. And again, I'm cooking for myself and also my baby brother, Tommy. So I have raw kefir every day. Raw butter I've been having every single day. Usually I top it raw straight out of the tub on all of my meals. I'm going to be treating myself and enjoying some cheese. So obviously this one would be the preferred cheese that I would go with. Raw, unpasteurized cheddar cheese. And I'm probably gonna have this whole block, who knows. This is what I'm truly treating myself to because this is my big sister's favorite cheese of all time, and she raves about it all the time. I normally would not have pasteurized dairy. It usually gives me digestion issues, bloat. Sometimes it inflames my skin. I'm gonna treat today's meal as an experiment and just see if these minimal amounts of plants in this cheese will cause any inflammation, issues, flare-ups, honestly, any changes in how I feel and how my skin is. So I'm gonna keep you updated, but this is truly the star of the show. Here is an essential for whenever I cook and use the oven. Parchment paper is always the safest bet if you're going to bake. And I have an example of what not to use right here. This is called aluminum foil. I used this early on in my early YouTube videos whenever I baked stuff, and so many of you guys gave me a heads up saying aluminum foil is toxic, and especially if you heat it at high temperature. So I've stopped using aluminum foil and I've swapped it with parchment paper. I'm going to bake some beef short ribs. My main course is going to be 2 pounds of ground beef patties. I plan to melt both of these cheeses onto my ground beef patties. For Tommy, he really wants chicken wings tonight, so I'm going to cook him up 2 pounds of chicken wings. ButcherBox takes up like 80% of my carnivore diet, and I really lean on their high quality meats. They offer pork, chicken, beef, ground beef. They even offer seafood. They offer sugar-free bacon, probably the highest quality, cleanest ingredient sugar-free bacon. And I just order monthly boxes of ButcherBox. They deliver it right to your door. Check out the ingredients. And I get everything that I want for myself and my family. So this month's box, I obviously got a bunch of ribeyes. Their ribeyes are fantastic. So much ground beef because I'm currently obsessed with ground beef patties, sugar-free bacon, and the chicken wings. So those are my staples. And since we're on the topic of staples, I want to share with you guys what I make for Tommy every day, as well as steak and butter guy when I'm with him. And it's these Element electrolyte drinks. So the actual electrolyte comes in a little packet right here. So in each of these packets is measured out electrolytes. So you get exactly 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Rip open a packet, pour it in your beverage, and drink it and have the electrolytes that you need. I feel like electrolytes are very important, especially if you're new to low carb, new to carnivore, and you are currently going through the adaptation phase. Adaptation symptoms include headaches, fatigue, muscle cramping, lower energy. There is 0 sugar, 0 additives, 0 flavorings or colorings. So if you're looking for the cleanest of the cleanest, go with this one. But if you are more picky and you want a little bit of flavor, or you're giving this to your kids, for example, Tommy, his favorite is their raspberry and their citrus salt. I actually have a full-size box of their citrus salt, and I make this for him every day because he's active, he's out in the sun at school, he swims every day. So having some electrolytes will replenish his hydration. Right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with any purchase as long as you use the link on the screen, drinkelement.com/sbgal. You will get to try all 8 of their flavors. Also link the URL down below. Just go to drinklmnt.com/sbgal. So again, star of today's treat day for me is going to be this pepper jack cheese. My big sis raves about pepper jack cheese, and I just can't find raw unpasteurized pepper jack cheese. So I'm going to make an exception. It's a treat day today. I'm gonna have this. And on top of that, there is literally peppers in this cheese, jalapeno and bell peppers, hence the name pepper jack cheese. And I'm really gonna treat this meal as an experiment and see how I feel and what happens to me tomorrow, the next day. So I have my parchment paper. I always line all of my trays with parchment paper for easy cleanup. Okay, so I have the meats prepared, ready to put in the oven, and the oven is at the correct temperature now. I'm gonna bake both of these trays of meat at 380 degrees Fahrenheit. With the chicken wings for Tommy, I put a nice generous coat of lemon pepper. He really appreciates his seasonings and he likes a lemon pepper. So I just put a bunch of lemon pepper on the wings. For me, completely plain. I have one of the packets of the short ribs, Flinken short ribs, and I was able to cram 2 pounds of the ground beef. And also Tommy wants to say hi.
Hello.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
What are you snacking on?
Some Carnivore Crisps.
What? Take a bite. Let me hear the crunch. Look at those beautiful braces. ASMR. Is it yummy? Mm-hmm. Nice. Check out Carnivore Crisps. I have a discount code SBGAL. They have so many different cuts of meat. This one is my favorite. Tommy also likes their chicken crisps because it's the most similar to potato chips, but I like their fatty ones, brisket and ribeye. So 380 degrees. And I want Tommy's chicken to be crispy and delicious. So there we have it. Okay, so while we wait for the meat to cook, I thought I would take a moment to show you guys the consistency of this beautiful raw kefir right here. I have about 1/3 left in this container. You can see that the kefir just sticks to the glass. On the carnivore diet, there isn't really many options if you're craving for sour, acidic, tangy flavor. Kefir is gonna hit the spot. So good. So good. So while I enjoy this and patiently wait for the meat to cook, wanted to take a moment to talk about my 30-day carnivore challenges, which is part of my online group called the Steak and Butter Gang. The Steak and Butter Gang is an online community that is open 24/7 every single day of the year for anyone who is curious about the carnivore diet. Also for anyone who is on the carnivore diet and wanting a sense of belonging to a real community, extra support, a way to post questions and get answers from the members, the coaches, and me. And a huge perk of the Steak and Butter Gang is that it is off social media. So you do not have to have an Instagram account. You do not have to be on Facebook to join my group. It is off social media, a safe haven of zero judgment where you can openly and freely talk about your health goals, your weight loss goals, and the carnivore diet. So within the SB Gang, I host my monthly 30-day carnivore challenges. And I've been doing these challenges every month for the past year and a half now. And it's been such an amazing experience hosting the meetings, connecting with all the members who join, and of course, bringing on some of the most brilliant guest speakers and minds in the carnivore space. So each month I get to feature a different panel of guest speakers, and I'm very excited for the next one, which will feature Dr. Kevin Stock, Dr. Joan Iflin. She is the expert of overcoming and recovering from food addiction, processed food addiction, and sugar addiction. And then we have Sally K. Norton to enlighten us about oxalates. And the fourth and last guest speaker is going to be Brett Lloyd. So we're going to be able to ask him all our questions regarding mental health, anxiety, depression, and carnivore. So by joining each month's challenge, you have access, of course, to all of the guest speakers featured in the month. You get to submit your questions, your struggles, your inquiries to each of these guest speakers before the meeting starts. I record all of the meetings that take place. You also get access to 8 hours of live Zoom calls every single week to connect with me and my team of carnivore coaches, to ask questions, to learn, to stay inspired. I want it to be easy to stay on track, to really stick to carnivore for at least 30 days, which is why I have created the schedule to be the way it is now. I have morning meetings, afternoon meetings, and of course evening meetings to cater to all of my members, international, in the States, so you all can attend meetings live. And of course, if you can't, that's why I record all of the meetings only for my members to access and watch. So as you can see, I really make sure that I cover all aspects of carnivore living. We have fat loss, weight loss, fitness, carnivore health, lab work, diabetes and obesity, fasting, priming, how to start, Carnivore 101. Everything is covered within the challenge. So if you're interested in trying it out and experiencing what it's like to be a Steak and Butter Gang challenger, feel free to check out the links down below in the description box. I will also include the URL on the screen. Just go to sbgmeetup.com to read more details on each challenge, to see who the upcoming guest speakers are, to check out the schedule for each week, and of course, to directly sign up and join us. Okay, 20 minutes have been up. Let's check on our meat. Okay, so it looks like the chicken is cooking beautifully. Looks so juicy. And guys, it smells so heavenly right now. And the beef definitely looks a little bit undercooked, so I'm going to keep an eye and add maybe 10 more minutes. So I just sliced my cheese, and here it is. Here we have the raw, extra sharp cheddar, and here we have the unraw, pasteurized pepper jack cheese. The cheddar is definitely a little bit harder than the pepper jack. So let's actually taste test before I melt it on the patties. Cheddar right here. So good. So satisfying. It's a bit salty for me though. Pepper jack.
Wow.
That is spicy. It has a really, really strong spicy flavor. Whew. Anyways, I'm gonna melt both of these cheeses on the patties now. The chicken is done. It looks absolutely phenomenal. So you can see, nice and browned. I'm gonna save the rest as like a side nibble. So we have our beverage, entire plate of cheeseburgers right here. Oh my gosh, guys. Just look at this. Stretchy cheese.
Wow.
Melted cheese, I love you. So freaking good.
So good.
Let's wash it down with some kefir.
So good.
Taste test of my favorite cut of beef ever, flank and short ribs. Tommy's in his pajamas, eating his dinner that I cooked him. Is it yummy? Mm-hmm. Look at those braces. You look so cute with braces. Is it enough seasoning for you? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. 10 out of 10?
Yep, and meat.
And meat? Good meat? Nice. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish the footage for today and keep watching to see how I feel, what happens tomorrow morning. Hi, carnivores. It is now the next morning. I just wanted to do a fresh update straight when I wake up. I just showered and I wanted to share with you guys exactly how I feel, what I'm going through. Basically, what did that treat meal last night do to me today, the next morning? So upon waking up, like as in opening my eyes this morning, I definitely felt gassy, bloated, not extremely bloated where it was like, oh my gosh, there's just air bubbles in my stomach right now. It was a little bit of bloat. I definitely felt there were some small pockets of gas and air bubbles in my stomach. I don't know how best to describe it, but you just feel it. Like there's something taking the space of your stomach, and it's not nutrient dense meat. It's air or gas. So my stomach felt gassy. I passed a few bouts of gas, and they weren't stinky at all, but they were like pockets of air is the best way I could describe it. And when I pass it, I feel like immediately better, like an immediate relief of that bloat lessening and lessening and lessening. And I would say it took like a good hour of just trying to get that gas and the air out before I felt like, okay, I feel really good. Like no pain whatsoever in my digestion or stomach. Just a few farts. Sorry if it's TMI. I did not go number 2 yet. However, I just have a feeling that I will go number 2. We shall see. Right now, it's only 9:30 a.m. So usually if I were to go number 2, for some reason, it's always around noontime ever since I went carnivore. So I have a feeling I might pass a stool. I'll keep you guys updated. And with my skin, since I'm not wearing any makeup right now, I feel like there's absolutely zero differences in my skin. And again, it's only like 12 hours later. Maybe I might see changes or pimples, who knows, tomorrow, because usually it's quite delayed when it comes to the skin's reaction. No extra redness, no inflammation whatsoever. This is usually how my skin looks every single day, just eating beef and butter, beef and butter. So I think so far so good. I will of course keep you guys updated. Quick check-in and update. It is now 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, 3 hours since I last updated you guys, and I have quite a few things to tell you guys. So firstly, I am so thirsty. This is my third cup already of just room temperature plain water. That's definitely something that I always have to deal with the next day after eating a bunch of salt, or even just a little bit of salt. I'm just super sensitive. My palate starts becoming very dry, quenched, thirsty. So I've been drinking a lot of water, not because I'm forcing myself to, but because I'm thirsty for it. And that's really what I focus on. I drink water when I'm thirsty. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop when full. I stop drinking when I'm no longer thirsty. This thirst though, unquenchable so far. 3 hours of just drinking water. So I was just editing, doing some work on my laptop. And then I also noticed my right eye, this part under eye bag right here, started to pulsate. Is that the right word? I just searched it up. It's pulsate, or it's also called eye twitching. So I had eye twitching right there, only there, for like a good 2 minutes straight. And then it kind of like went away. That never happens to me, not even before when I used to eat salt. So I really wonder if it was because I ate too much salt all at once, or maybe because it was a certain type of salt that was in the cheese, because I don't know what type of salt was in that cheese. And the last thing that I did forget to update you when I first woke up is my face, the puffiness in my face. I don't look super puffy, but I look just enough where it's like it's giving me a little bit of that bounce in my face and in my cheeks, and it looks more supple. Is that weird? Sometimes I like it when I'm a little bit puffier, but I know that this water retention will go down by the end of today. Hey carnivores, I think I'm gonna close out the video now. It's now 5:59 p.m., so 6 p.m. in the evening, and I just wanted to share with you guys one last update. I feel like everything is pretty normal. Tommy is home from school. He is gaming so loud. It's pretty annoying, especially when he's really loud. Oh yeah, but my last update just now, the reason why I whipped out my camera for you guys right now is because I started getting pulsating right here. One of my veins on my neck started to twitch, just like how my eye twitched earlier today. Some random vein on my neck started to pulsate, and I could just feel it while working. I'm like, what is going on? It's like pulsating and twitching. It's gone now, but it lasted like a full minute. So I'm really sure all of these things are because of my meal that I ate yesterday, and probably because there's just some type of electrolyte imbalance. So yeah, I've just been drinking water and just giving it time for my body to go back to normal. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next video. As always, stay meat fueled. Have a good day. Hope you don't have a little brother that games that loud. See you in the next video. Love you guys.